Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I post new videos every Sunday in which we do make what you see in the shops, which means we're going to recreate a garment that we saw in the shops and we make that from the pattern to the end result. So every week you have a new garment in your closet. So if you like that, please consider subscribing to my channel. In this week's video, this will be a special one, and it means that I show you in depth a special technique, and it makes that when I do something in a video that you don't really understand immediately, you can look back in a special for more information, and I can refer to that special so that I don't have to repeat myself over and over again during the videos. So this week I'm going to show you how to do stitch in a ditch, and it's a really nice technique to give a nice finish to a waistband or some other kind of facing. So let's watch how to do it. And to show you how I do my stitch in a ditch, that means that you make your stitching here in the seam where you attach the waistband, is I flip my seam allowance under and I pin that down with those diagonal pins, and then I flip it to the right side and I pin it in the ditch, and then I can see on the wrong side if the pins are on my seam allowance on my waistband, then I'm sure that when I'm stitching in the ditch that I'm attaching it, because sometimes you get your pin here and then you haven't attached your seam allowance of your waistband. So now you can take the diagonal pins out. I usually keep them in so that I'm sure that it will stay in place like this, but be sure that you take your pin heads a little bit down, that you don't stitch over them, because then your needle will break. But when you take them out a little bit, then you can just stitch them over from the right side, and then you have a really nice stitch here in the edge in the ditch that you don't see, and it looks very nice and very polished when you do it like that. So I'm gonna stitch it down, and then I'm gonna make my button and buttonhole. So I'll put this on the end of the video on an edit, because I got a very good question from a viewer that I didn't show the outcome, the end result. And I didn't do it because it is not visible, but I can show you that it is not visible. So I'm putting this on the end of the video after I uploaded the first time to show you how it looks. And this is the inside. You can see here the stitching on the edge of the inside of the waistband, and when you flip it over, and I will turn it around, then you can see more inside the seam. Here is the seam where the waistband is attached to the skirt, and the stitching is here. I have my glasses on, but it's hard for me to show you to see it. Is here in the ditch, and maybe if I get a bit closer, maybe you can see the stitching, but I cannot. It is really in the ditch, and that makes it just invisible to see. So you don't have a top stitch here on the waistband that I don't really like. It's really in the ditch, and that is what you want, and that is why we did this technique. So I hope it is clear now what I wanted to show you and how it should look at the end. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for the suggestion. Bye.